Greetings, friends. This Parsha is so big. This is our past and present and holds the key to our future. Most of us have grown up in the culture of the West. Today, you can be in the Far East and still live in the culture of the West. This is the culture of Esau, Esav, Yaakov's twin brother. They came from the same parents, but they were not just not alike, they were opposites. And it says, the children struggled within her. And she, Rivka, the mother, said, if so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Hashem. The only way one can understand these fighting twins is to inquire of Hashem. The struggle is a sign for the ages. Maseh avosim lebanim, the events the forefathers experienced are signs for the children. They will struggle until the end of time. And if you are ever tempted to think that the struggle is over, you're wrong. Rashi tells us, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai said, it is an eternal truism that Esav hates Jacob. The classic picture of Esav is the famished hunter pouring food down his gullet, red stew, red like the blood he sheds. The classic picture of Yaakov, on the other hand, is the Ish Tam, the wholesome man, studying in the tents of Torah. One strives to fill his stomach, and the other strives to serve Hashem. They're not just different, they are opposites. When one is up, the other is down until the end of time. In Parshas Vayishlach, Jacob battles the angel of Esav. This battle lasts until Mashiach, as the Torah tells us, quote, one kingdom will be mightier than the other. In July 1938, after Kristallnacht, 32 Western nations convened a conference in Evian, France, concerning the German Jewish refugee problem. Despite their pious words, not one country did a thing. The US maintained its immigration restrictions, and the British continued to limit immigration to what they refer to as Palestine. In the words of the Australian delegate at Evian, quote, we have no racial problem in our country and see no reason why we should import one. The entire Western world, all descendants of Esav, looked on as the gas chambers swallowed our people, just the way Esav swallowed the red stew. But there is another dimension to this tragedy, hinted in the Torah. The children struggled within her. This is the inner dimension. This battle between Yaakov and Esav is not only an outside struggle, it is an inside struggle. Yaakov and Esav struggle within each one of us, just as they struggled within our mother, Rivka. This monumental struggle of Yaakov and Esav mirrors the inner struggle between the Yetzer Tov and the Yetzer Hara, the good inclination and the evil inclination, the inclination which desires to follow Hashem, and the inclination which desires to live an entirely physical existence. It is so clear, my friends. The world around us, the world of Western culture, is the world of Esav, which lives for the red stew, while the world of Yaakov lives for the life-giving words of Torah. How do we deal with this existential struggle? Quote from Rabbi Yaakov Galinsky Zatzal. First and foremost, we need to know that in proportion to the increase in the power of the Yetzer HaTov, the good inclination, through learning Torah and doing mitzvahs, we shrink the power of the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination. The goal is not to kill or eradicate the Yetzer Hara. That would be impossible. In the end, Hashem will remove the Yetzer Hara from the world. But our goal is to subjugate our evil inclination to the good inclination. In the words of the Pasuk, the one will serve the other. We want the power of the evil inclination, the desires of the body, to serve Hashem just the way it was in the Garden of Eden before Adam and Chava rebelled against Hashem and ate the fruit that was forbidden to them. Let's remember the entire culture of the West is Esav. We really do not understand this. This culture is in the process of self-destructing right now, but we have to be vigilant so that we should not be attached to it when it destroys itself. Its end will almost certainly be catastrophic on a worldwide scale. We have to know that our physical and spiritual lives are at stake in this struggle. The day will come when Esav will be destroyed, and for those attached to him, it will be a catastrophe beyond imagining. I'm quoting now the prophet Obadiah, quote, "For the day of Hashem upon all the nations is close. As they have done, so shall be done to them. On Mount Zion, there will be refuge, and it will be holy. And the house of Yaakov will inherit those who would dispossess them. The house of Jacob will be fire, the house of Yosef a flame, and the house of Esav for straw, and they will ignite them and devour them, for Hashem has spoken." This monumental battle will end with the eternal victory of the legions of Hashem. On that day, and may it be very soon, Hashem will be one and his name one. May we be there to see it. A good Shabbos and a blessed month of Kislev, the month when Am Yisrael lights the fire of Torah. Good Shabbos.